So let's now begin and create a user in Jira. Like we see, we go to atlassian.com/software/Jira and click on, for example, get it free. So now I need to use Jira. We will use the free plan. In the free plan, we will get up to 10 users or 3 agents and 2 GB of storage. So let's click on next. We will sign up to a user on Atlassian. Here I need to mention a point. Atlassian is the company who created Jira, and it also owns Trello. So if you have created a user earlier in the course on Trello, you can log in with the same user to Jira, okay, and all Atlassian products. But now I will sign up with a new email. Let's create a disposable email, Jira section, for example, tester, okay. This is my email and this is my password and first name, new, and tester. Let's agree. Okay, traffic lights. So now I have created a user on Jira. I will verify my email now, like you see. Click verify. Then I can log in to my project. Now I will begin to name my website, and my website name will be the website name.atlassian.net. So my team members or my company can use it. So for example, I will call it Nizam. I already used Nizam, so let's say Nizam Testing Bootcamp. Okay. Yes, it's available. Continue. Here he will ask me some questions to guide me in the proper type of project to use. We will skip all those questions and create a new project from scratch. So I will click on skip question. Here I can select some tools and connect them to Jira. I don't need to do this now. Also skip. And now I can invite my teammates. I don't need any teammates. Let's continue. Here also he needs to help me in setting up Jira. So I can tell him if I am experienced or new to Jira. Also, we don't need to solve those questions or answer them. Click on skip. So now, like we see, we have project templates. So in Jira, we have software development. We will use Jira, of course, for software development. We have 3 types of projects in Jira. We have Kanban and Scrum and bug tracking. So what is the difference between the 3 types of projects? In bug tracking, you will only use Jira in order to track your defects. Okay, so in this case, it is a bug tracking tool. It will track the defect lifecycle. Okay, and in this case, you will create defects and tasks. This is the use of Jira. In this case, Jira is very similar to Trello. Okay, it is a very similar tool. We don't have sprints or iterations. We don't have reports or anything. In Kanban, like we explained earlier, Kanban visualizes the flow of work in a board. So you will have a Kanban board, and inside this Kanban board, this is the board. We have lists. So this is list number 1, list 2, list 3, and list 4. And inside the lists, we have cards or sticky notes. And the project makes progress when you move your cards from the left side to the right side. In Scrum, of course, we have sprints or iterations. We have product backlog. We have Scrum board. We have user stories and acceptance criteria. And we have the project roadmap. We will choose Scrum because more than 60% to 70% of projects in agile environment use Scrum as a methodology of managing the project. So we will open Jira and choose Scrum. Like we see here, he is explaining Scrum to me. So you will use sprints to break down large complex projects into bite-sized pieces of value. You will use incremental delivery, self-organizing while working on a problem. Also, we have many reports to reflect on our wins or losses. We have our product backlog. In the backlog, we begin to prioritize our work. We organize cycles of work into sprints, and the sprint is small in the period of time from 1 week to 4 weeks. We have also something that's called the velocity chart. We will see it later. And those are the issue types. The word issue in Jira doesn't mean a defect. You might be used to saying that the issue is the same as the defect, or the fault, or the bug. Okay, this is correct if we are talking about software or software testing in a general way. But in Jira, this is wrong. In Jira, the word issue means anything that we need to do. It includes the epics, it includes user stories, it includes defects, of course, tasks, and subtasks. All of them are issues when we talk about Jira. This is the language of Jira. So let's continue. We have also the workflow to do in progress and done. We can change the workflow. Let's use this template. Jira made many updates recently to the way that projects are managed inside it. So if you have already studied Jira before in the past, there are some adjustments that we will discuss now. Jira has now 2 project types. The first is team managed project, and the second is company managed project. In team managed projects, we have self-organizing team. So this is mostly a small team which consists, for example, of 6 persons, and the team is responsible of managing everything. In company managed projects, we have a person who is responsible of managing the projects, which is the Jira administrator. Okay, this person can be the product owner, the scrum master, or any other person inside the company. Company managed projects are used if we have a big project. Okay, we have many teams, many small teams, and those teams interact with each other, and the work of each team is dependent on the other team. In this case, the team cannot manage everything because he depends on other teams. We will use company managed project because this is the older type of project in Jira, and this is the way that most of projects are run in Jira. So we will choose company managed project. So like we see here, we can have parallel sprints. Why? Because in this case, we can have more than one project at the same time, or one component. But in team managed, we have only one single sprint. Also, we have many agile reports, but in team managed, we have only essential agile reporting. In company managed projects, you can pull issues from other projects, like we said, because you might have more than one project which interact with each other. But in the team managed version, you have only your project. So we'll select the company managed project. So now we have our project, which is a Scrum project, and it is managed by the company. Let's call it my first project, and the key will be MYF, no problem. The key will be added to each ID of any issue in the project. So the first issue that we will create will be MYF1 and so on. So let's create our project.